It's Week 10 of the National Football League.
And up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders.
All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, these two teams met in Vegas earlier in the season with the Raiders winning that ball game. So if they can win again here in KC, they would pull off the season sweep. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Moran. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 75 yards.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now here's Mahomes.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Now it's Mahomes again.
That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. You look at this Raiders defense.
They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
Now Mahomes. The 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
Mahomes now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Brandon Smith coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
Here's 3rd and goal now, back at the 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive. Moran. That's complete. It's Collins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Operating from the gun, Moran.
Pass caught by Pearsall.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Off the play fake. Moran. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Moran. And that is incomplete.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
It's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense and Xavier Worthy set to take over once more. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Throwing now is Mahomes.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
In motion left goes a tight end. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taylor now returning it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive.
Moran. Got his man. It's Warren.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football.
From the 43, here's 2nd down at a yard. A handoff for Warren.
Trotty!
And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 6-yard line. A big pickup of 38. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Operating from the gun, Moran. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. KC's offense ready to take over. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wonder just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes got a man over the middle, Worthy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Being chased out left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Harrison Butker for the Chiefs field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. Moran. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
He's still on his feet.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards.
And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2nd down in the yard.
Off the bootleg. Moran. He finds his man. Complete. That's Warren. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's to Bowers once again.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Moran.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
A 3-yard pickup.
Now here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mahomes going to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. Throwing to start the drive. Moran. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Moran. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. A final shot before break. Moran able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it. They'll give him 4 yards there, and now it's 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 46-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Swain. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 41. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 2.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mahomes now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Butker's kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Moran. That's complete to Pearsall. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Looking to throw. Moran. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Norton. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Raiders.
Off play action. Moran. Got his man. It's Warren. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Gets this complete to Butte. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Moran on a slant. Here's Collins. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. It's Norton. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yard. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
From the gun on 3rd down. Moran. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing now is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes firing quickly here, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And again, it's Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. On first down, Swain. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Swain down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. Now they'll throw with Mahomes on the move to it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chiefs have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Moran. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Second and a couple. On the give, it's Warren. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a run with Warren. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. The loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
This offense so far on third down, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the run, it's Warren. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Second and 7, operating from the 34. Looking to throw. Moran. This one left side caught by Collins. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. They'll run it. Warren. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Moran. And that was going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. Moran. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ricky Pearsall from 21 yards away. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Now a 2nd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ball game now, and he's got a first down. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Swain.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he will have a Chiefs first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second in a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Mahomes now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Up the middle they go. Swain, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swain. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Deebo Samuel.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Chiefs are able to move back in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So now London down by a field goal. 1:16 remaining. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here's Warren.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll get this complete to Collins.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The Chiefs offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
That was an